mat. Hello everyone, my name's Alex, so I'm going to be teaching your week 5 mixed ability hatha yoga class. Just a few housekeeping bits that we need to get through before we begin. If you need water, there's a water fountain just outside, and if you've got water at any point, you can just drink at any point during practice. The toilets are outside to the right hand side, so if you need the toilet, just pop out at any point. We're not expecting a fire drill today, but if there was a fire, the fire exit is just behind you on the right, and we can assemble in the car park on the right hand side. Also, if anyone has any injuries that they need to tell me about, they didn't write in their forms, please just put your hand up and then we can go outside and talk about it. So from that, I think that's all good, perfect. Also, if anyone needs a hand on assistance class, I can assist you, but if you're uncomfortable, just put your hand over your chest and I won't come over and assist you. I think that's all right. Okay, so, oh, and also I'm first aid trained, so if anything happens, I'm first aid trained. Right, so we're going to start now, and we're going to start lying on our backs in a lying down position. Perfect. So if you want to get comfortable, you can have your legs down or you can have your legs up. If it has pressure on your lower back, you can have your knees up, that's totally fine. So we're just going to get comfortable, sink into the mat. You can lower your gaze or you can shut your eyes, it's totally up to you. We're just going to start with some basic yoga breathing for you. So I just want you to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose if you can. If you're congested, that's fine, you can breathe out through your mouth, whatever is comfortable for you. Remember, this is your practice, so whatever happens today, it's absolutely fine. Do not put pressure on yourself. In this moment, I would like you just to take anything out of your brain that's been bothering you today and just let it go and just focus on your breath. So we're just going to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Just get comfortable. Feel your body sinking into the mat. Release the shoulders, release the jaw. Release the ankles, let yourself sink into the mat and just feel the weight of your body. So what we're going to do is we're just going to breathe in through our nose and we're going to visualise a golden ball of light that's going to come in from the top of our head and it's going to come down into our belly as we breathe. So we're going to breathe in through our nose, let the ball come down and we're going to feel the belly fill up and let it deflate. We're going to do that a few times, but I want you to focus on your belly. So breathe in through your nose, and just focus on your belly and how it feels. And then breathe out, obviously. Breathe in, and breathe out. And just focus on that belly filling up. Then I want you to focus on your belly and your ribs and how they feel when you're breathing. So take a deep breath in, belly, ribs, and out. Belly, ribs. Like I said before, imagine a golden ball just coming through, down into your belly, your ribs, and out through the top of your head. Just focus on that breath. You should start to feel a bit relaxed. What I'd like you to do now whilst you're just breathing is to set an intention for the class, what you'd like to get out of the class today. Just have a moment just to think about that. When we come in through the nose now, we're going to think of the belly, ribs and the chest. So feel the air filling the belly, ribs, chest, and then as it comes down, chest, ribs, belly. So I'm just going to do this for a little bit longer. Belly, ribs, chest, ribs, belly. So like I said, anything that's in your mind, just let it go for today. This is your practice today, so please just do what you're comfortable with. If there's something in the practice you're not comfortable with, you don't have to do it. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to lift our gaze up. Focus the eyes. And we're just going to do a bit of lying down mobility. So what I'd like you to do is get your right leg and bring it into your chest and bend it onto your tummy, tuck it in towards your elbow and just hold it there. Put your arms over your shin Both hands over the shin and just tuck it in if that's comfortable to do so. If you want to bend the other leg, if that's more comfortable on your lower back, that's fine. And you can turn your ankle around in circles. You might hear some clicks. Okay, and then take a deep breath in, put your arms behind your head, big stretch. Put the leg down and then lift up your elbow and do the same on the other side. Hug the leg in. You want the knee coming in towards the elbow. Don't force yourself, just take a deep breath and start twisting your ankles. If you've got sciatica, I wouldn't twist your ankle. Perfect. This isn't a stretch, this is just a bit of mobility. We're just trying to get the body warmed up. Perfect, okay, so if you want to put your legs back down, arms behind your head, big stretch up. So this time we're going to bring both knees in into wind releasing pose. We're going to tuck our legs in and hold on to our shins. Perfect, just hold them there. Hold them there. Brilliant. And if you'd like to, you can rock from side to side just to massage your back organs. That's great. Brilliant. And then if you want to put your legs down and your arms behind your back. Perfect. Now if you'd like to just turn onto your side and then you can come up into a seated position. Okay, so now we're just going to do some seated mobility. I'll do this with you so we can do it at the same time. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to sit up nice and straight. Now we've got equipment here today, so if at any point you need the equipment, just help yourself to it. So if you want in this seated position to feel slightly more comfortable, you can put a block under your bottom. Grab my block. So if that makes you more comfortable, and lifts the pelvis up if you'd like to sit more comfortably. If not, that's fine. Okay, so first of all, we're just going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to bring up our right arm, and we're going to just lift over, have our left arm here, and just stretch over here. Just breathe in, and out, and then come again on the same side. Forward. That's great. In, and out. Now we're going to get our hands in front of us. I'm just going to do a little forward bend, but just slightly, okay? So just put your hands in front of you and make sure your hips are tipping forward. And just sit forward for whatever's comfortable. You can remove your block if you want to, or you can keep it there. And just drop the head down and just taking a few breaths here. It's great, and you should feel a nice pull on your back here. If it feels uncomfortable, then just push back a bit and come back up. So we're going to get your hands, put them behind your back, and then you can put your hands on your mat, and then we're just going to lift the chest up here. And just don't lift the head too far back, just centered, but breathe here. That's great. Perfect. Right, so then we're going to do a seated twist here. So we're going to put our left hand on our foot in front of us, and then we're just going to turn our right hand behind us, and we're just going to turn. But what I want you to do is keep your legs on the floor here, so try not to let your legs lift up too much, but also I want you to let your chest guide you rather than your head. So you take a deep breath in, nice full spine, like you're getting a big piece of string, and then just going to breathe in, and then let your chest guide you. And just breathe here and feel the twist. This is good for your muscles in your back to strengthen. And then come back to centre, just put your arms up in the air. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So you've got your right hand on your leg. And again, just let your chest guide you, so take a deep breath in. And twist. Breathe in. One more breath, then we're going to come to the centre. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do that all over again, but we're going to do it slightly more. So we're going to swap our feet round so that we're even. So you can tuck your ankle up into your perineum if you'd like to area. Feet nice and flat. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same, but this time if you'd like, we're going to try and come down a bit further. So you can use your block here to bring your arm down, or you can just bend your arm like this for this stretch here. So we're just going to do this one. But you can use your block if you prefer. So you're going to put your left arm down. That's it, and then we're going to bring up your right right arm. I'm just going to stretch more in. Breathe. Try and get that arm by tucking by your ear. And try and keep the chest lifted. Perfect. And then again, you can do it on the other side. You can swap your block round. Deep breath in. Nice lifted chest. Come over. That's perfect. Really good. And try and keep this arm tucked to your ear. And gaze up. Perfect. Right, we're going to come to centre. We're going to do the forward fold again. But we're going to try and deepen it slightly. So just try and come down a bit further. So you can put your hands a bit further in front of you. Just take a deep breath in. I'm just going to bend forward here.
You pop your head down, let the head hang.
That's great. And then you can just walk your hands up. And then we're going to put the hands up behind our back. And we're going to do what we did before. Put the hands behind you. And this time what we need to do is engage your core and then lift your bottom up slightly as we lift the chest up. So we're going to take a deep breath in and then just lift up slightly here. Lift the chest, open the chest, ears away from your shoulders. Just breathe here, nice stretch here. Then come back down. Then we're going to do the seated twist again, but we're just going to do it so we're going to now put our hand onto our opposite knee rather than in the middle. But if it's uncomfortable, you can stick with the middle. So we're going to get our right arm, put it on the opposite leg. Nice tall chest, again as if like there's a bit of string here. I'm going to take a deep breath in, hand behind your back, and this time again let the chest guide you, but then you can look over your shoulder if it's comfortable to do so. Try not to pull up on your leg. That's great. Breathe here, nice long spines. Come back to centre, and we're going to go again on the other side. So opposite hand on the leg, hand behind you, take a deep breath in, let the chest guide you, and then a gaze over your shoulder if it's comfortable to do so. If not, that's absolutely fine. Perfect. Come to the middle. Okay, so now we're going to come into tabletop position, which is this position here. So if everyone can come into this position here. So you should be feeling a little bit warmer now. So you want your hands below your shoulders. You can have your knees, feet width apart, and we're going to do a cat-cow sequence here. So what I mean by that is we're just going to take a deep breath in, and then we're going to let the belly drop, hips come up, bottom out, and we look forward like a cow. Take a deep breath here, and then we're going to come in like a cat. So we're going to tuck the tummy in, engage your core, and come up like a cat and hold it here. So we can do that again. So we're going to breathe in, come down, cow, perfect. And then we're going to, as we breathe out, we're going to come up into that cat position. Come up, curl it up, that's perfect. Engage your core. Then take a breath and then come back down into the cow position. We're going to do this one more time. Deep breath in, engage the core, that's it, curl up. Curl it up here. Strong shoulders, and back down. So next time what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the cat. So we're going to do the cow. So we're going to breathe in here, into cow. And then we're going to curl our toes under. And we're going to come up into something called a mini dog. So we're just going to curl our toes under and we're going to come up, lift the knees up and hold it here in this position. Take a breath in. And then come back down onto your knees. Let the belly hang. Look forward. That's it, perfect. Breathe here. Again, curl the toes under. We're going to go into a medium dog. So we're going to come back up into a medium dog here. You can bend your knees here and just give them a little pedal here. That's totally fine. Perfect. Then we're going to come back down into the cow position. So breathe in. Let the belly hang. Nice strong shoulders. Look forward. Then this time we're going to go into a full downward dog here. So we're going to take a deep breath in. And then we're going to come up, push the hips back. You want to feel like you're getting pulled up here. Nice strong shoulders. And you can have a bend in the knee here and just pedal your feet. If that's comfortable to do so. Pedal here. And you should feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings here. No pressure on yourself, keep your legs bent. You can just push back into the feet if you like. Perfect. Then what I want you to do in this position is I want you to bring your feet forward to your hands, to start walking your feet towards your hands, to the end of your mat. And then you'll be down, and your belly's going to be on your thighs here.
Yeah, I just didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, did you not? Okay, I'll help you. So if you want to come back down to the tabletop. So that's it. And then we're going to curl the toes under, and you're going to push up. That's it. And then you can bend your feet here, and it's just pushing up, head comes down, and just pedal your feet, and then you can walk them up. And then we're going to be in a bent position here. This is called forward fold. You can pronounce that. So we'll come here, belly to thighs. We're just going to reach up, curl yourself up slowly. Up. Perfect. Now you should start to be feeling a bit warmer. You can just give it a little shake here. So now we're going to start something called the sun salutations. This is the part of the sequence that will warm you up, okay? So we're going to start at the end of our mat again. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to lift our arms above our head. And then we're going to do the same again. So we're going to go into a forward fold. So we're going to hinge at the hips, belly to thigh, come down, hands to the floor. We're going to get our right foot and we're going to send it back into a lower lunge position. Now you don't want your knee to be coming over your ankle in this position. So you should have your back knee on the floor. Perfect. That's it. And then we're in this position. We're just going to go from here. We're going to put our other, actually no, we're going to come here and we're going to look up. Like the cow position, similar to that. Look up, open your chest and breathe here. That's it. And then we're going to bring the other leg back. We're back into this tabletop position. Now we're just going to go back into something called the child's pose. So we're going to open the legs slightly here, push the hips back and sit into this position here. You can have your arms spread out in front of you, head down, or you can have your arms beside you, whatever's more comfortable. You can put your knees together if it's more comfortable, or you can have them wider apart, whatever's more comfortable for you. And just stretch here. At any point in the practice, you can come to this position if you're struggling with something. Just come back to this position, and that's absolutely fine. This is a nice restorative pose, so you can just stay here. Right, so we're just going to be here. I'm teaching you the modified version of the sun salutations first. So we're going to do that a few times just to see how we go, and then we'll do a full version if you'd like to do that. Right, so from this position, we're going to come back up into a tabletop position, hands in front of, below our shoulders. And what we're going to do is, we're just going to put our hands a bit further in front of us, and we're just going to let our belly and our legs come down onto the mat. And then we're going to have our arms tucked to the side of us, and we're going to go into a Sphinx pose here. So we'll take a deep breath in, squeeze your glutes as you come up, and we're just going to lift, keep the forearms flat. So if they need to go in front of you more, that's fine. Keep the forearms flat, and then you want to do a little stretch here. This is good for strengthening your spine, good for the quads. So breathe in, and just hold it here. Perfect. And then come back down, and then we're going to curl the toes under, come up into a downward dog. Watch me, we're going to go into child's pose again for a modification for you. Child's pose. Then we're going to come back up to tabletop. We're going to get that right foot again, and we're going to bring it up towards our hand. If you want to grab your foot and bring it up like this, that's fine. Or you can just lift your leg up and put it next to your hand. So it's next to you, and remember you don't want that knee and ankle going over, so you want to be nice and straight. Perfect, and then we're going to do that, look forward again, breathe here. Then you're going to curl your foot up, meet your other leg with your other foot. So you're just going to come back and move back in that forward fold position. So you can have your hands on the floor if you want, keep a nice bend, good generous bend in the knees. And then we're going to breathe in here, and we're going to engage the core and come up slowly. Arms up behind you, above your head. Perfect. And then we're going to do a nice stretch here, stretch up like that. And then we're going to do the same again, but we're going to do it on the other side. So if you need a drink at any point, please help yourself. Does anyone need a drink? No? Okay. So arms down, we're going to come back down, hinge at the hips, belly to the thighs again. Come back down to a forward fold. Hands come onto the floor, head face down. We're going to send the left foot back into that lower lunge. Again, we don't want that knee going over the ankle. Nice bend in the knee. And we're going to look forward here. Perfect. Brilliant. And then we're going to send that leg back. We're going to come into a tabletop position. And again, we're just going to lower our belly and our legs down onto the mat. Arms in front of us, but the forearms tucked in. And we'll take a breath in here. We're just going to lift up. We don't want to lift too high. This is just a mini back bend here. Just look forward. Breathe. Take a breath here. Perfect. You're going to tuck your toes under, and then we're going to push back up and go into a child's pose. Push back up, and we're going to sit back into our child's pose here. Breathe here. Nice breath. Then we're going to come back up into that tabletop position again. And this time we're bringing the left leg back first. So again, if you want to physically bring it forward, you can. In front of you. Make sure that your feet are in line with your hands. And we're going to look forward. Breathe here, and then curl your other toes under at the back and bring it next to your other foot. Into that forward fold again. Belly on the thigh, feet hip width apart. Nice bend, generous bend in the knee here. And we're going to roll up again. Arms come up. Above your head here into the namaste position. Right, so is everyone happy with that version? We're going to do that all again. And then afterwards we're going to do it a full version if you want to do that, okay? If you're getting warm, feel free to take off a jumper. If you're getting warm, that's totally fine. Does anyone have a sip of water? Everyone good? Right, perfect. Right, again, so we're going to have our arms up, breathe in, mountain pose here. We're going to hinge at the hips, belly to thigh, come down into the forward fold. We're going to send your right foot back into the lower lunge. We're going to lift our head forward, gaze in front of us. Perfect. Then you're going to send the other foot back into a tabletop position. Knees down, perfect. Then we're going to come down to the floor. So we're going to get knees down, belly down onto the floor. We're going to be in the Sphinx position here. Arms next to your elbows. Then we're going to lift, breathe in, look forward. Don't lift up too high. Just breathe here. Nice chest open. That's it. Then you're going to come back up, curl your toes under, and then sit back up into a child's pose position. Perfect. And from that position, just breathe here for a moment, take a breath. Then we're going to come up, and we're going to send the right foot back again. So we're going to come up back into the tabletop, get your right foot, bring it next to your hands, gaze forward, breathe here, then curl your left foot under, meet your foot there, bend at the knees, Uttanasana forward fold. Take breath in, we're going to come back, bend the knees, arms up, hands into namaste position. Okay, and then we're going to do that again, but we're going to do it from the left side. So, breathe in, we're going to put arms above our head, hinge at the hips, bend at the knees, nice wide bend, come into the thighs, hands down, we're going to send the left leg back into a lunge. Make sure that knee's not going over your ankle. Gaze forward here. Breathe. Going to send the other one back. We're going to come up to a tabletop position. We're going to lower down onto the floor in a comfortable position. Arms in front of us. Elbows tucked in. Deep breath in. We're going to do the Sphinx pose here. Perfect. Okay. So you're going to come back up, curl your toes under into a child's pose. That's it, breathe there. Then we're going to come back up into the tabletop position. We're going to get the right leg and bring it back forward in front of us. And then we're going to get the other leg to meet it at the other side. We're in the forward fold now again. So breathe in, engage the core, bring yourself up. Arms up above your head. Back hands down into namaste position. We'll do the same on the left hand side, and then I'm going to teach you the full one next, okay? So I'm going to let you guys do this one on your own. I'm just going to talk you through it. So we're going to take a deep breath in. And we're going to hinge at the hips, bend forward, belly to thigh, into a forward fold position. Let the body hang here. Then you're going to put your left foot back into the lower lunge position, so your back leg on the floor. We're going to gaze forward, lift and open the shoulders and the chest. Then we're going to send the other leg back into a tabletop position. Then we're going to lower ourselves onto the ground. Nice lying flat on the floor. Perfect. Arms down, elbows tucked in. And we're going to do a sphinx, so we're going to breathe in, lift up here. Nice little back bend here. Squeeze your glutes as well. You can put your feet together slightly if you like. Then we're going to take a deep breath in, curl your toes under, come up into a child's pose. Should be feeling nice and warm here. Everyone's doing really good, really great. Come up back into that tabletop position, and we're going to bring our left foot back in front of us. So just bring your left foot forward in between your hands. Nice straight back here. Look forward, lift the chest, curl your right leg, toes under, bring your foot back into that nice forward fold here. You can put your arms over your elbows if you like and just hang here for a moment. And then we're going to take a deep breath in, curl the body up into the namaste position. So now you've got a bit of an idea of the sun salutations. I'm going to do the full version. So those are the modifications I've got on there. You'll know what I mean once I do it. So if you want to stick to the version you just did, that's totally fine. We're just going to do another round of that. Is everyone alright? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to take a deep breath in, arms above your head, slight back bend here. Okay, and then hinge at the hips, belly to thigh. Come down to the nice forward fold here. Going to send the right foot back. And we're just going to look forward here. And then we're going to send the left foot back, and we're going to come up into a plank here. So hold this plank position. We're going to try and let the belly come down first. So put your knees down first, then let your belly come down last. Sorry. Come down. So this time we're going to go into the cobra. So we're going to have a bit more of a bend in the back here. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to lift up slightly more here. Try and keep your elbows on here. You can lift up slight micro bend in the elbows. Perfect. Breathe here. Take a few breaths. Engage the quads. Come back down. We're going to come under. We're going to come back into a downward dog this time. So we're going to curl the toes under, pedal the feet, and then you're in a nice downward dog here. Pedal the feet, then we're going to get that right foot, lift your leg up slightly behind you, and we're going to just send the right leg back in front of us. Back down into that lower lunge position. Breathe here, look forward. Then we're going to come back up into a forward fold. And take a breath here. And then we're going to hinge up, arms go ahead. We should be feeling nice and warm now. We take a slight back bend here. And then we're going to do the same again, but on the left hand side. So take a deep breath in. Hinge at the hips, belly to thigh, hands down, so the left foot back into the nice lower lunge here. Gaze forward, send the right leg back. We're in plank position here. Then we're going to send the knees down first, then the tummy down last, then the chest. Arms in front of us, coming into the cobra position here. Just come into cobra. Just going to have a look at you guys. Cobra position, try not to let the hips come off, so come down slightly. Perfect, that's brilliant. Then we're going to curl the toes under, come up into a downward dog. Hinge the hips backwards. Imagine someone is pulling at your waist. Pedal your feet if that's comfortable for you, so you don't have to have straight legs here, so absolutely bend your knees. Nice generous bend. So from downward dog here, you're going to send the left foot back through to the hands, the last one here, back into that lower lunge. Look forward here. Gaze here, and then the right foot joins the left. And then nice bend here, belly to thigh in the Uttanasana forward fold. Feet hip width apart. Breathe in here, engage the core, and come up. Arms above your head, and a slight back bend here. Perfect, right, should be all feeling quite warm now. So that's the end of the sun salutations. If everyone wants to have a little drink, have a little drink. Is everyone alright? Yeah. Perfect. Right. So everyone's supposed to be feeling warm. If you're too warm, let me know. I can open the door. Is it too hot in here? Open the door. Right, so now we're going to go into the main phase poses. I'm going to teach you 5 main phase poses. So the first one we're going to do today is the triangle pose. So I'm going to come over to this mat, so you can all face me. So I'm going to teach you the prep position first, so that how we get into it, and then we're going to go into the full version, okay? So for triangle pose, I want you to have your feet about more than hip width apart. You can take your socks off if you want to, if you don't have to. You can come a bit more apart if you want to. So the prep position for this is, you're going to take a deep breath in, bend your right knee, and what we're going to do is, we're just going to try and keep a nice tall chest here, and we're going to put our arm onto our thigh here, and we're just going to hold it here. We can lift your arm if you like. Just breathe here for 3, keep your foot nice and flat. Sit, then come back up. We're going to do the same on the other side, but we're going to do the full version on this side first, okay? We're going to do the same on the other side, okay? So what we're going to do now, same thing, but what we want to do is we want to have this leg straight, but you don't have to, okay? So we're going to come down, you're going to sort of push the hips here. You want to keep your hips, making sure they're forward, try not to collapse, and we're going to, so this leg, because we start like this, the bend, we're going to bring the arm down the thigh, this left arm comes up, and then if you can straighten your leg, you're going to come down and you'll be in
Which one are we doing this?
triangle position, yeah. So you start in this position, and then you can just, if you can straighten your leg, straighten it. And then what you want to imagine is if your back's against a wall, and you're a triangle. Literally. And just hold it here. If it's painful, you can have micro bend in your knee, that's absolutely fine. That's great, and then come back up, just give it a little shake. Then we're going to do the same on the left hand side. So the prep position again, we're going to have a little, this foot can be slightly turned here. We're going to have the elbow here, arm above, stretch here. Breathe here, come back up. Then we're going to do that again, and then when we come out of it as well, I want to make sure you bend your knee, don't just come out of it with a straight leg, okay? So we'll go back into the prep position, keep this leg straight, then we're going to let this hand guide you down. If you want to touch the floor, you can, just hold onto your leg. Breathe here, so straighten that leg. Come down and imagine that you're a triangle here. I'm just going to have a few breaths here. That's it. Have your arm above your head or just to the side. You can try and straighten both of your legs. If you can't, that's totally fine. Do not put pressure on yourself.
Does that look right?
Yeah. You don't want the chest to collapse. Perfect. Try and think as if there's a wall behind you. If you're struggling, just come out of it, but bend your knee as you come out of it. So you come out, you want to bend the knee and come out. Okay, shake it off there. Everyone's feeling warm. I'm going to come back around this side now. The next one we're going to do is the mountain pose. So we're just going to take a deep breath in, like we did before. And we're just going to stretch here. You can put your hands on your back here if you want, and just push your chest out and just stretch it. But you can have your arms above the head too. Little micro bend in the back. Breathe here, just a nice long stretch. A few breaths here. Relax. That's it, and then come out of that. Next pose that we're going to do is wide-legged forward fold. So you're going to have a nice, imagine like a leg in the middle of our legs. I'm going to come back this way actually, so you can see me better. So imagine like a leg in front of you. So what we're going to do is we're going to, the prep position really is we're just going to bend our knees here, just get ready, hands on the hips, and just get ready to lean forward. So what we're going to imagine is that there's a bowl of water in front of us, and we're tipping from our hips water into the bowl. So try not to collapse, try to go from the hips and keep a nice straight spine and lean forward. This is really good for your hamstrings and for your quads and for your calves and the strength in your back. So we're going to take a deep breath in, take a deep breath in, and then we're going to hinge at the hips, so push the bum out, and we're going to come forward. We're going to lower the body down. If you want to put a block in front of you at this point, you can. to reach onto. And so if you can get your hands onto the floor, great. If you can't, you can use your block to put in front of you. And we're going to let the head hang, and you should feel this on the back of your legs and your back and your hips. You can put your hands in front of you, you can put your hands on your legs, whatever is comfortable for you. And just breathe here. If you want to have a slight bend in the knees, it's feeling too much pressure on you, then please do have a bend. We're just going to hold the toes here. We're going to breathe in for 3. Perfect. If you want to put your head down, lower the head in between your shoulders if you can. That's it. Okay, perfect. Now bend your knees as you come out of it. So bend your knees, nice big bend in the knees. Come up and then just turn your feet into each other like that. Just shake it off. I'm going to come back around this side. Really good, guys. Really good. That's really good for tightness in the back muscles if anyone was feeling it there. That's one of my favourite ones. If you ever feel like you want to giggle during this, please just giggle, because sometimes it is a bit funny, isn't it? Right, so next up, we're going to go down to the cobra. So we're just going to come back down. We just did the cobra, so let's get back down onto the mat. We're going to come lying on our tummies. We're going to put our hands in front of us. And again, with the cobra, you want to come up, but I don't want you to be straightening your arms. I want a micro bend in your arms. Put your feet together, squeeze your glutes. So you take a deep breath in, squeeze, bend the arms. Nice long chest here. And we're just going to bend the arms, perfect. We're just going to breathe here. If that's uncomfortable, you can go back into the Sphinx pose. Perfect, and breathe. Perfect. If you feel any pressure in your back, make sure that your tummy is still, the bottom part of your tummy is still on the floor. So you're not too high, because we don't want to go up into an upward dog. Okay. Perfect. Brilliant, and then let's come back up into child's pose here. And we're going to do it again. So we can just rest here. And then we're going to do it again, but then afterwards we're going to do the downward dog again. Okay, so come back up, come down to the tummy onto the floor, legs together, try and point your toes, hands in front of you, about 2 hands apart. Squeeze the lower part of the body. We're going to take a breath in here, come up into cobra. It's a nice stretch here. Stretch your chest muscles, your arms and your shoulders, and it's good for your glutes as well. Perfect, and then we're going to curl the toes under, hands in front of us. We're going to come up, hinge at the hips. We're going to come up into a downward dog here. So we want the leg, you want your head in between your shoulders, you can pedal your feet here. This is a really nice restorative position. Perfect. This is really good for elongating your spine. It's good for strengthening your hands and your wrists, fingers, and it's good for strengthening up the body, but make sure you bend your knees. That's perfect. And come down the back. Brilliant. That's great. And you can just come down whenever you like. We're going to come into a seated position. A lot of the poses that we've done already, we're going to do it again. So we're going to sit into a seated position now, guys. So sit down. Should be feeling nice and warm. We're going to do that seated twist again. So now you're nice and warm. Back into the seated twist. So we're going to get our left hand and we're going to put it onto our opposite leg. Again, we're going to take a deep breath in. Really nice, long, tall spine here. Imagine a piece of string is lifting up your head. Perfect. And then we're just going to bring our arm behind us. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And then twist and let the chest guide you. And then your head follows. And then look over your shoulder. Perfect. And breathe. Make sure your legs aren't getting lifted up by your arm. So if it's too, that's it, and then come back around. If you're feeling any discomfort, then Absolutely stop. And then we're going to do the same on the opposite side. So arms up. Nice stretch. And we're going to put opposite hand on our left leg. Arm comes behind us. Nice long, tall chest here. Take a deep breath in. And then as we breathe in, we should be able to twist. And just let the head go and look over your shoulder. Breathe here. Perfect. And again, let's not have try not to have your legs getting pulled up by your arm. Brilliant. So the next pose we're going to do is called a bridge pose. This is the last of the main poses we're going to do. Then it's going to be a nice time to relax, guys, so don't worry. So I'm going to demonstrate it to you first, just really quickly, and then you can all do it. So I think it would be better for me to do it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come onto your back, and you're going to put your feet, try and put them up towards your bottom. You can watch me if you want, or you can try and do it at the same time, but I'll just give you a little demo. So you can put your feet up towards your bum. What you're going to do is, first of all, for the prep, we're just going to squeeze our pelvic floor area, and we're just going to lift the bum up slightly. But when we do the main pose, we're just going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to push the legs up, and we're going to have the legs together, and you want to have the weight on your shoulders, not on your neck, and squeeze your hips up. So that's what we're going to do, if everyone wants to get down with their backs. And then we're going to start. When we first do it, we're just going to slightly lift our hips up. So you don't have to have your feet together slightly apart, it's more comfortable. We don't want the knees going outwards. So try and use your quads to lift you in your pelvic floor area. So just lift, squeeze, take a deep breath in, arms flat down beside you on the mat, shoulders nice and flat. And we're going to breathe in and just lift up the bottom part of our bottom just slightly. Hold it here. We're going to be just doing a little one at the moment, so we're not coming up too high. And we're going to come back down. Relax. Perfect. Then we're going to do it again, but we're just going to hold it for a bit longer. Again, if it's too much, then just come back down, it's fine. Okay, so we're going to have our feet straight, hands behind our sides. We're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to squeeze the pelvic floor and lift the bottom part of us up. As if, again, we're getting pulled up. We want to feel like we're a bridge here. And then you want to feel the weight on your shoulder blades rather than your neck. Your neck should feel nice and comfortable here. You can feel pressure here on your lower back. So try and engage that core. Just hold it here. You shouldn't feel any pressure on your back. You can come back down. And we're going to do it one more time. That's really great, guys. Come back down slowly. Really control it as you come back down. We'll do it one more time as we're just getting used to it. So we're going to take a deep breath in, squeeze and lift, bring up the hips. Try not to let the legs go out. Perfect. And we want the weight on our shoulder blades. If you can engage the core and lift up, we don't want any pressure on our necks here. Perfect. And make sure that you're breathing whilst you're doing it. Perfect. And that's really great. Come back down. Take a breath here. Just lie here for a moment and just reflect on what we've done. Would you like to do that one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. So our feet, we want them hip width apart. If you want to make it slightly harder, you can put your feet closer together when you do this position. What I'd like you to focus on is trying to lift from your pelvic area, lifting up, using the weight in your legs to lift you, engaging your core, and then having the weight on your shoulders as well, so we don't want to feel it crushing in the neck. Make sure you're breathing as you're doing this. Try to keep the legs still and controlled, grounding through the mat. Feel very strong, rooting through the mat, and engage that. You might feel a bit of pressure around the back here if you ever suffer any back pain, but you should be fine. This is really good for strengthening your lower back as well. Just breathe here for a few more breaths. That's really great, guys. Well done. Breathe, and then we're just going to slowly control, bring your bum down to the mat. Perfect. You can just have a little shake here, or you can bring your legs up now, and then we're just going to sit in this wind releasing pose. This should feel quite nice after that. Perfect, and then just give it a little jig, little rock. Done a really great job today. We're coming to the end of the class now, so we're just going to do a bit of relaxation before the end. Just going to shut this door in case anyone gets cold. So what I'd like you to do now is take a big stretch, bring your arms up above your head and just put your legs down. Remember, if you've got bad back, you can have your legs bent at this point if you get uncomfortable in the lower back. Or you can have your legs flat. If you want to lie on your stomach, you can. Whatever is comfortable for you, you can lie on your tummy. Just going to do a bit of relaxation here. So just think about the practice that you had today, how you felt. You can lower your gaze. Just going to sit down. So you can have your arms behind your head, you can have your arms behind you. You can put, if you're lying on your front, you can put your hands over your face. Just relax here. I want you to feel the mat beneath you now. Think about how your body feels after that session. Think about your breathing now as well. Like we did before, we're just going to focus on the breath. I want you to breathe in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. So what I want you to do is you're going to feel the mat beneath you, and I want you to focus on how your body feels. So we're going to start with your feet. How are your feet feeling? You can give your feet a little twiddle. Do they feel heavy on the mat? And then I want you to, as you keep breathing, I want you to focus on your shins. How do your shins and your calves feel? Can you feel them very heavy on your mat? Then I want you to focus on the upper part of your legs. Your quads. Does it feel like they're sinking into the mat? Do they feel really heavy? You can give them a little squeeze if you like, and a release. That's great. Just breathe in through the nose here. Perfect. Then I want you to think about your belly and your back. How does that feel on the mat? Does it feel heavy? You can feel the heavy weight of your body. You'll start to feel your shoulders relax, relaxing your face, your mouth. You'll feel your shoulders sinking into the mat more now. How do your shoulders feel? Do they feel heavy? Just feel your body relaxing now, unwinding after all the hard work is done. Brilliant. Then we're going to think about the face. How does your face feel and your arms? Do they feel heavy? You can tense your arm muscles, tense your hands, squeeze your hands. And we're just going to sit in this way and just think about what, at the very start of our class, what was our intention, how we felt. It's going to take a few moments here just to be still and quiet and breathe. In through the nose, remember belly, ribs, chest, nice deep breaths. Might come a bit more naturally now, as you're more relaxed and warm. Think about that light coming down from your head into your belly. Should be feeling nice and relaxed. Think about how your body's feeling in the mat. Do you feel grounded into the mat? Do you feel heavy? I'm just going to be quiet for a moment, just while you sit in your thoughts about your intention you set when you started. Did you do that today? Couple more breaths here. Taking one more big breath in through the nose. Belly fill up. And then slowly just lower your gaze and open your eyes. Just come back into the room. And if you want to come up into a seated position, you can turn on your side and get up slowly. Whatever's comfortable for you. Should feel nice and relaxed. I'm going to come into a seated position. To end the class, we're just going to come into a seated position here. You can sit with your block behind you if it's more comfortable. Hopefully everyone's feeling nice and relaxed. So the way we're going to end it today is we're just going to do a bit of pranayama alternate nostril breathing. So this is like a bit of a breathing exercise. It's really good for de-stressing, relaxing the nervous system. So what I want you to do is to get your thumb. I find it more comfortable using my thumb and my ring finger here. So I'll take my glasses off. So what we're going to do, I'll demonstrate. We're going to cover your nostril here with your thumb. You can put these two fingers on your third eye if you like to. If not, that's totally fine. If you're not comfortable doing breathing exercises, you don't have to partake in this at all. You can just sit there and relax. So, nostril here, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through our nostril, breathe in, and breathe out. And we're going to put our finger over our other nostril and then come to the side. So is everyone happy to do that?
Yep.
So, perfect. Right, we're going to go start on the thumb, breathe in, and out. And cover the other one, breathe in, and out. Breathe in. You can shut your eyes if you like, and out. Should feel slightly relaxed, breathe in. And out, and swap. Breathe in. And out. If you're congested, it's a bit tricky. Breathe in one more time. And out.